Hello and welcome to a video with me, Winner and Trader. I'm now doing the timeline video for the series where I played as the Ainu on the 1200 scenario for MegaMod on Age of History 2. So playing as Ainu over here, so yeah. Not much else to say here, so I'll just go ahead and get this started considering things kind of are pretty slow at the start of the game here. So for the most part, guess watching what all the other countries are actually doing at the beginning of the game here. Which probably wasn't all that much, to be honest, but, yeah. Let's see. Can I actually spot any wars that start? One thing different about this time doing a timeline compared to last time is the fact that you can actually see Europe because it's not using the stars for capitals for every single one of them. Instead, it's just doing that over in Japan. But, yeah. I think there's wars. Yep, there we go. Burma taking over, more of that stuff there. Got a war going on there. Novograd and Lithuania, I think. Or not? Another country over there, I guess. England taking over Scotland. Or at least half of Scotland there. Lowlands. I had to find my first war over there because that country decided to go to war with me. And after that, it's just kind of me building up more. Though at this point I have an alliance with Date over here, because they did keep sending me requests to join form an alliance, become their vassal, or form a union. I finally decided to accept the one for an alliance, of course. When that whole, I had to fight that war there, just so I actually have more protection. Korea gets taken over by the Great Jin there, which also did form a union with one of those countries over there. Let's see, what else is going on? Got that country taking over American stuff over there, I think. They're at war with Romania. And I think they lose that war. I think. Yeah, I think they did. Song took that stuff there. Let's see, Hungary taking that stuff from Bulgaria. Okay, I think England's going over there. Kamakura was getting very strong over here, and I had a bunch of the other Japanese clans and everything over there go to war with them. They all failed, so I ended up joining on them myself, and yeah, that was the outcome there. I took all that stuff. I did start colonizing things over here as well, trying to get those islands under my control and everything. Let's see. Got countries starting to colonize around this time, maybe, I think. Not exactly sure. Dante decided they want to fight another war with Kamakura, and that kind of results in me eventually getting involved in that war just so they don't lose. So, yep, there we go. Wasn't able to really take all that much in that second war for some reason, but whatever. Brunei taking some stuff over here, and Indochina, Southeast Asian stuff. Basin Empire has gotten a bit weaker, I think. Well, Egypt, I'll just call them, is getting stronger. Basin Empire, I think, may end up losing this. Considering they're fighting a two-front war here against Bulgaria and Romania. I think they do. Yeah, there you go. France expanding over there in Europe. Let's see. What else is going on here? I go and finish off Kamakura over there, and shortly afterwards, those two countries go to war with me. So I deal with both of them, and then eventually get to around to finishing out that last one and kind of starts colonizing a little bit over here. Just get the rest of Japan fully under my control at that point. France and England fought a war there by the looks of it, and England won, taking the entire northern coastline and stuff by the looks of it. Portugal has quite a bit there. Okay. Burma getting a lot stronger. I have dealt with that stuff. And I have started colonizing again, going up there, taking that stuff, and after that, I kind of jump over into Alaska a little bit, colonizing that stuff over there as well. France got finished off by England while I was saying all that, apparently. So yeah, that start of England getting ever more, getting stronger and stronger. Apparently also took over what was left of the Byzantine Empire over there. And they also got a little bits there, there. Jesus Christ, they got land all over the place in Europe. And yeah, I got that stuff over there in Alaska. Don't really go any further for a while, I think. A song formed the union with the country that was over there, so... Okay, what else? England has more stuff than Germany. Okay. Most of the tribal nations in the Americas have actually formed governments at this point, so there's not really any tribes left, pretty much. So most of them are kind of just going to be colonizing at this point. Song and Great Jin go to war with each other there, and Song wins there, though they really didn't seem at the very least push very far into the Great Jin before they end up capitulating. But yeah, Great Jin basically shadow its former self at this point. And I was preparing to go do that, but the Song went to war with them again and kind of forced me to go after them immediately, pretty much there. So went and took the southern half of Korea and also got that as a vassal there afterwards, considering I didn't want to have this isolated land up there that I had no way to really do anything with. So yeah. Also, I'm getting that island from the Great Jin because they apparently colonized it, so that kind of makes me go and colonize stuff around there once I realize I actually have that. Burma getting even stronger. Fighting Kamania there right now. England growing even more and going into Africa, fighting the Caliphates there. Oh, that looks like a bit of a hard war, considering how long that's taking. Also down there at this point in Africa, they got this stuff in South America. These little bits there and stuff, I guess, currently. I went around, started colonizing the entire Pacific pretty much, and also got a little bit over there by California, that entire coastline for the most part. And just trying to get a lot of that fully under my control, kind of taking Panama there as well a little bit. England fighting tons of wars, basically took over the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula and half of Scandinavia pretty much. And a lot of the stuff over there in Russia. Yeah, they're just getting stronger and stronger. They got southern Italy as well. And now they're at war with Hungary. Jesus. How many of these wars did they start? How many of them were just defensive wars for them? Because I honestly do not know. And surprising how well Hungary's doing there, to be honest. Considering how strong England is at this point, compared to them. But they are ever so slowly losing, and I did take most of the Philippines over there, which also resulted in me getting that stuff, I guess. Which I kind of started colonizing ground to make borders and everything look better. And Brunei is over here colonizing as well, which I notice, and start doing something about as well. So I go and kind of just close them off so they can't continue colonizing over there too much anymore. And then just kind of colonize everything else in this area pretty much. Song took over that other country over here that they had as a vassal or ally or whatever, and ended up getting some rebellions out of that as well. So got some countries back, like Great Jin there and stuff. Burma's a lot stronger, I think, at this point. Got most of India under their control. England, of course, defeated Hungary, taking over a lot more countries and stuff. Yeah. Got that country in Africa getting a lot stronger, which I honestly never really expected. Considering I only noticed later on. That was a pretty small tribal African country that was growing over there. But yeah, fought one war with a song there to get all that stuff pretty much. And got him as a vassal. And this was around the time where I ended up getting a zero relationship bug in this. So, yeah. I only noticed after getting the peace deal there and getting a song as a vassal, that's like, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to actually annex them using an ultimatum because of the zero relation bug. And I'll have to fight them in another war eventually, which does eventually happen. Though it does take a while before I get to that point where I gotta do that. But yeah, England taking over more and more in Europe over here. Honestly, the best I have ever really seen the AI do in the game, where they've managed to actually pretty much take over an entire continent by itself without me interfering at all. I have honestly never really seen the AI manage to do that before, but yeah, they managed to do. And then you got this African country over here, small tribal one that's just right there, nothing else. Getting ever so slowly stronger. It's kind of a first seeing a tribal nation gets as strong as they have and do in this game. But yeah, kind of just colonizing more stuff over there, smoothing out borders and everything to make things look better. Considering some of these tribal nations are here, decide to keep going to war with me. So I just take them over. And I think around now I go after Brunei, I think. It's going to be after that war finishes, I think, there. Took the rest of that islands there, got a little bit of Australia colonized. Okay, yeah, there we go. Took Royal Brunei, got that. That country goes to war with me. Those natives. So deal with them, which also causes me to kind of need to colonize even more land over there to smooth out the border a little bit more. But I eventually deal with that and kind of clean things up around here. Took over that country there pretty easily. England's constantly fighting rebellions in Europe though, because they apparently never managed to actually get province stability fully dealt with, I think. That's what I'm guessing. They expanded so much so quickly that they just could not afford to do province stability. That's what I'm guessing is happening here with all the rebellions and stuff. But yeah, kind of went around and started colonizing all the remaining islands and stuff just so I wouldn't have to deal with them later. Which also resulted in me in kind of colonizing southern South America there. Just to get that to my control. And after this point, I think... Okay, go after that country first, because they go toward me, so kind of smoothing things out there with that border. Australia, and then I go after Burma, which also finally allows me to get the northern island of New Zealand. And, yeah. Countries are actually getting their independence from England over there by the looks of it, which is good, I guess. Though England is getting stronger, taking more stuff over there in South America. Just took over Burma very quickly and way too easily. Seriously, they should have been able to put up more of a fight, but yeah. Apparently, my little strategy of doing tons of naval invasions worked a little too well. To the point that they capitulated before the air army could actually really start fighting me. Considering I'm pretty sure it was the turn they capitulated was basically the first turn I actually started getting the resistance from them, because that's when I ran into their actual army. But, yeah, at this point, it's around when I kind of was starting to get ready to go after the song, but I was dealing with province stability from taking over Burma there still, so I didn't actually have any kind of preparations to go to the song and was going to do that afterwards, but then, yeah. One small country over here in the Bahamas formed a coalition with the song to go to war with me, which got them to basically go to war with me and declare independence, basically. So I had to quickly put together an army to fight them and just took them over. So at this point, I kind of spent a while trying to deal with provinciality for all of the lands there at this point. Considering I don't even think I was halfway done with the stuff over here that I got from Burma yet. But yeah, deal with a lot of that stuff. So yeah, just got the rest of the world to watch, I guess, at this point. That country there, it's war with England's got that stuff all occupied currently. It's also up here with that land that they colonized apparently. Creek and Cherokee colonizing slowly through the Midwest. Nedjed actually managed to win a war against Kamani over here. Mountain rebellion's going on right there, just never ending apparently. Yeah, I don't think I would want to live in that country. Just constant rebellions. And it's managed to even get even larger somehow. Go in the world. But, yeah. Once I actually get stuff dealt with, I kind of go and take over the stuff here to make the border look nicer and everything. Soon, I think. Okay, it's taking longer than I was expected. It's good considering there's basically nothing going on. I guess I have all this stuff over here I got from Burma as well that I didn't really notice. And end up having to fight another country over here, so got a lot more of South America under my control. And now I finally took over that stuff. Good. Finally. About time. And I then kind of deal with stuff over here, considering I did end up getting a bit of land over here in Turkey as a result of that, so do some trade deals and stuff, buying land as well to sort things out when it comes to this border and stuff. Results in me just pushing the border up to that point there, and then kind of dealing with these countries around here, buying that from Brunei and taking over those, and then just gotta deal with this border here, which I just deal with that just by buying all of that land in chunks, considering it wouldn't let me buy any land in larger groups. So got all that, and then I go on to colonize all of that. And then afterwards kinda deal with stuff over here in Australia, buying this stuff off the Maya, because they went and colonized that stuff at some point. And yeah, overall there really hasn't been all that much going around on. So I think there are some more countries over here in Europe that's gotten independence, I think. Not exactly sure. Also bought a bunch of that stuff off of them, I think, there, and colonized a bit more to make that look a little bit better and stuff. Bought that land off of England, then quickly deal with the rest of this over here, kind of. I think I also buy all of that, I think. Yeah, I do. Go buy all that land and colonize the rest of it. And then fights that country. There, colonize a bit more. And then I fight my very first war against England, because they decided to go to war with me. So I go and kick them out of the Americas for the most part, because the results of that war end up splitting them. Couldn't actually completely kick them out because they got to keep that stuff right there, but mostly kick them out of the Americas. I eventually get around to just buying all that off of them. And I eventually take over all those countries, colonize more of that stuff there, and just cleaning all that up. And of course colonizing all of South America there as well. Let's see. England taking more of these countries over here by looks of it. Retaking things. Don't really know what was going on over here, but that's kind of end up having a bit of a back and forth going on right there. Because England just has all this stuff colonized. because that's just not colonized, occupied, because it was a never-ending war that's just completely bugged, because I just doesn't know how to get peace for whatever reason. But yeah, that's South America done at this point. So I'm at this moving into Central America and taking over these countries next. Well, finishing off Australia and doing that stuff over there as well, I guess. And then I go through and buy that land after dealing with the province building and everything over here. Take over that country too. But yeah, buy that off of them. Which I was surprised I was able to do, considering that was literally where their capital was. So they literally let me buy their capital of their country, so now it's just the stuff they got in North America up there, all that. And then I go through, take that stuff, trying to make the border look good over here as well. England and Egypt fighting each other at this point. It's obvious who's going to win that war. Going through, colonizing all that, trying to make things look a little bit better, buy that stuff off the creek. And yeah, England of course won. So now they got a lot more stuff over here in Africa. Brunei over here fighting that country. What's left of Brunei at least. Considering I did leave them with all that stuff over here in Africa when I took over everything over there. Because I wasn't interested in what they had left. But yeah, they managed to win that war and got all that stuff, and they're losing absolutely all of it from rebellions. But yeah, go through, finish them off completely at this point. And then I kind of just try and clean things up, dealing with all the rebellions that are still happening and everything. Colonize all the extra land, start taking over more of these countries, and just cleaning up North America. Well, kind of going back and forth between North America over here and Southern Africa. Took over Greenland. Dealing with a lot of that's there. Buying land off that country and stuff. Just smoothing out borders. Eventually get around to buying more of this stuff as well. There we go. Just cleaning all that up. Colonizing some more stuff there. Eventually buy some more land off the Cherry Creek there and deal with it. Shawnee tribe there. Just finishing off North America pretty much. Doesn't really take that long to do at this point. But more land off of England, going all the way up to here at this point. Really, I'm surprised that England just did keep accepting trade deals for land and everything. Considering, yeah, they are pretty strong and stuff. Realistically, I'm pretty sure England would never accept our trade deals. Considering I am literally their biggest rival. And just selling land to me probably wouldn't be that good of an idea. But yeah, got all of the Americas fully under my control at this point, so yeah. Also finished buying this stuff down there in Southern Africa from them, so now it's just that stuff. Eventually get them to go to war with other countries around here and finish them all off. Meanwhile, England is still fighting rebellions in Europe. Still. But yeah, around this point is when I go to war with them and finish them off. Kind of end up accidentally skipping 2 turns there pretty much, which is the reason why I kind of just paused for a moment there. Because I skipped 2 turns on accident pretty much. But yeah, it wasn't too hard to deal with them. And I eventually kind of get the province built there done, start colonizing stuff over here. And then buy even more land off of England. Or there, just to make the border look nice across Africa there. Considering that there kinda doesn't really look all that great. England's finished off what was left of Comania over there. Leeds has gotten pretty strong over here, considering they literally managed to just get all that from taking over all the other rebellions from England. And of course, more and more countries getting independence as a result of England expanding more and more. Yeah. And yeah, there we go. Got that stuff done. At this point, I basically start getting England to try and start taking over a lot of these countries. And start kind of just wrapping things up pretty much just for getting ready for the final showdown pretty much. In which I tried to deal with France there, they would not accept an ultimatum. Any kind of trade deals, so I kind of just had to go and take them over completely, which resulted in me in getting all that stuff there, wells, and a bunch of other stuff, so ended up getting some doing trade deals here and there to trade land with England a bit and just buy some things off of them, kind of. Trying to make things kind of just look good, kind of there, and doing the same thing over there. Just make the borders look a little bit better when it comes to liege and stuff. And I'm trading that there to get this stuff here because it just makes more sense that way. Because why would I have stuff inside the Mediterranean when I don't have anything in the Mediterranean? Yet, at the very least, so got that stuff instead. Colonize a bunch of the Sahara. Have England finish taking over all these other countries. Surprising how well they did. I didn't start that war right there. And they did pretty fucking good considering things, but yeah. Eventually starts getting crushed very quickly. I also bought that stuff over there as well, I guess. And there we go. That is that. Go to war with England, and they capitulated a lot quicker than I expected them to. And considering the fact that Liege is literally the only country left, just went and decided to start colonizing, ignore province stability, and just go for it. And just so I could actually finish this series, considering I spent way too long on it already, considering just look at that turn count. Easily the longest game I've done yet, I think. But, yeah, there you go. Done. Didn't even bother trying to do province stability or anything at all, as you can see. So, yeah, there is the end of this series here. I guess the next one I'm doing is India, Modern World, since that was kind of suggested. So, I guess I'm doing that next. And then after that, I guess I'll see about maybe doing Portugal or something. Still kind of, figure out what scenario I can do that one on. But, yeah. That is the end of this video here. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.